LakelandCarKeys.com. I'm currently working on a 2010 Lexus IS250 all keys lost situation. I came out here and I generated a Lonzor universal key. I used the Lonzor app on my phone and generate this key. The app is pretty cool. It's a lot easier than using the KH100. So it allows you to put in year, make, model, and then you have to select the frequency. So when I look up this key or my supplier website, or if I plug in my Autel and I gather the emo information, it tells me the key is a 315 frequency. And in most cases, they're only gonna tell you if it's either in that 315 range or the 433 range. So the 315 wasn't the exact frequency. So when I generated this key, it gave me two options. It gave me a 315 or a 314.35. So of course, I generated as a 315. I went in, did the immobilizer reset, take 16 minutes, and I added the key. The key programmed perfectly. The remote functions did not work. So I came back through and I went in the app, and if I go into the change frequency settings in the app, it gives me, all the frequency possibilities. So yeah, you can sit there and go through them one by one and try to see which one will activate the frequency for this program. But what I did is I actually went into my X-Horse app, looked up the X-Horse universal key for this car, and it told me that it was the 314.35 ASK. So that's the thing. It'll have, 20 different FSK frequencies listed, and then it will have, some ASK frequencies listed. So X-Horse told me it was a 314.35 ASK. I set it as that, and now the remote functions work as they should. I went ahead and pulled the driver's side door lock out, and I am cutting the emergency blade by key, and I'm going to just go ahead and do my final check and make sure everything's working as it should. Alright, and I just wanted to give y'all a quick update about the emergency blades. On these generation Lexus, there's two types of blades. There is your normal double-sided high security cut blade, and then some of them have this blade right here where it's all cut out on one end, and the other end has your original or your normal style cutouts. So of course I cut that other one first, and it was incorrect. It wouldn't seat all the way down into the lock. So I remembered that some of them do have these. If you do have that double-sided key, you can cut, it's 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom. You could cut them as all ones, and then this side, you just have to shave it down a little bit, because the edge on this side is a little bit lower than the edge on that side. I'm not sure if you can really see it in there. So it's a little bit shorter. So you shave that down about 1/8 of an inch, and it should, with everything cut all ones, it will go inside the lock and turn. I just happen, I keep some of these spares, so I just cut it and it worked perfect. So we'll move on to just going over our final test of everything on the car. Alright, so here we are on the car. Put that around for you. Alright, here we are on the car, and I got the lock installed back. And so we got lock, unlock. Alright. Go ahead and snap that back on. Alright. So now sitting inside the car, I'm going to go ahead and close the door. It's not going to let me hit the lock button. But All right. Lock, unlock, and push to start's good to go. So they got all the emergency blade functions and the remote functions, push to start, everything's good to go. This job is complete. All right. And we used the Alonzo universal key. We generated as the correct Lexus key, put it in the Lexus key shell, and they're good to go. I use one of these on my personal car. I have a 2013 Toyota Venza, and I did have an aftermarket key on it, and the battery would only last a month. And so I decided to try out the Alonzo key. I've been running a few months with the Alonzo key. It's been running flawless. It's not giving me battery issues. So for now on, I tend to use the Alonzo universal keys. All right, LakelandCarKeys.com.